Today we are discussing about the cryogenic rocket engine. Then, what is mean of cryogenics? In physics, cryogenics is a study of production of very low temperature below minus 150 degrees Celsius, minus 238 Fahrenheit or 123 Kelvin, and the behavior of the at those temperatures. Then, now talk about the cryogenic technology. Cryogenic technology involves the use of rocket propellant at the extreme low temperature, combustions of liquid oxygen and hydrogen obtain high efficiency rocket engine that need to produce the large amount of thrust. Oxygen remains a liquid only the temperature minus 183 degrees Celsius and hydrogen at below temperature minus 250 degrees Celsius. Then, history of cryogenic technology. The United States was the first country developed the cryogenic rocket engine, with the RL-10 engine registered its first successfully flight in 1963 and still use the Atlas V rocket. Then the Japan LS-5 engine flew in 1977, France HM7 in 1979, China YF-73 in 1984. The Soviet Union, first country to put a satellite and the later human space, successfully launched the rocket of cryogenic engine only 1987. Then this is a picture of RL-10 engine. Then America Atlas B and Russia N1. Then to India, the US, Japan and France would either not provide the technology or do some any of the exorbitant price. The 11D56 cryogenic engine has been developed for one of the upper stage of the Honot N1 rocket and the Soviet equivalent of the Stone V, but after 4 years successive launches failure. N1 project was scrapped and its engine will be mothballed. The deal followed the missile technology control regime, which was the intent to prevent the spread of missile related technology and falls of US law meant of the enforce its provision. Disputes warning from within the organization ISRO often to go ahead with the import. In May 1992, the US improved conditions on ISRO and Golfasmons. A year later, Russia, which received the control after the break of the Soviet Union, break out the deal. Then ISRO then had no option but develop the technology itself. At the time, ISRO gave the impressions that much of the technology had already been acquired and further developed would be quick. A GSLV with the indigenous cryogenic engine would be ready to fly in about 4 years, Chairman U.R. Rao told in July 1993. Instead, he has taken 16 years. Then, working. It's involved a complicated stage combustion cycle to increase the energy efficiency. Hydrogen is partially burnt with a little oxygen is a gas generator. The hot gas drive a turbopump and are then injected at high pressure into the thrust chamber where the rest of oxygen is introduced and full combustion takes place. Before going to the gas generator, the incredible chill liquid hydrogen is used to cool the thrust chamber where temperature rises over the 30,000 Celsius when the engine is fired. Then production and manufacture. The Indian cryogenic rocket engine produced by Cartridge and the Hyderabad-based MTAL technology working together as a costume. Instead of the ISRO first mastering the technology and transforming it to industry, the two companies were involved from the start and even their early prototype were built by them. Then what did the cryogenic engine India achieved? The GSLV D3, which is lifted off well from the Srikhota on Thursday, April 15, 2010, later pulled into the sea as the indigenous cryogenic engine failed to inject. The vehicle lifted off as a planned at 4:27 p.m. and its performance was normal up to keep in its second stage still 293 seconds from this liftoff. An authority former ISRO official said it was very clear that the cryogenic engine does not inject when you look at the curve of this vehicle trajectory. The vehicle developed problems when the cryogenic's upper stage should be injected 304 seconds after the liftoff and fell down into the sea. Then advantage: highly energy per unit mass. Propellant like the oxygen and hydrogen in the liquid form give very high amount of energy per unit mass, due to which the amount of fuel to be carried aboard the rocket decreases. Clear fuel. Hydrogen and oxygen are extremely clear fuel when they are combined. They give out only water. The water is thrown out the nozzle in form of very hot vapor. Thus the rocket is nothing but a high burning steam. Economics. Use of oxygen and hydrogen as a fuel is very economical, as a liquid oxygen costs less than gasoline. Then drawbacks: boil off rate, highly reactive gas, leakage, hydrogen embrittlement, zero gravity condition. And next generations of the rocket engine. All the rocket engine burn their fuel to generate thrust. If any other engine can be generated enough thrust, that can also use as a rocket engine. There are a lot of plans for new engine that the NASA scientists are still working with. One them of the genus ion engine. The engine accelerates ion or atomic particle to extremely high speed to create thrust more efficiently. NASA's developed Space One spacecraft will be first to use ion engine for propulsion. There are some alternative solutions like nuclear thermal rocket engine, solar thermal rocket, the electrical rocket. It was looking forward that in the clear future there will be some good technology of this into the space. These are the photos of new technology.